Oh, that's my laptop case.
Varsity Media is the tri-state area's leader in sports media production. We specialize in live streaming.
Gargiulo over the middle. He's got a man. It's complete. And Ciolino. See you later. Touchdown, Massapequa.
Videography. And photography. Covering all sports at all levels. We feature aerial photography and videography, college recruiting videos, live streaming of games.
Top of the key, Smith. Why not? Wow. Bang! McKee, first down and more! Charlie McKee! Touchdown, Oceanside!
School events, graduations. Varsity Media is available to cover a game, a tournament, a season, or any special event.
Talk to us a little bit about what went through your mind, how you prepared for that to run such a fast speed.
Currently, spectators are limited at events. Let Varsity Media bring the event to your fans. Contact Varsity Media today for more information. Online at varsitymedia.net or by phone 516-403-2050.
Yeah. Just let me know when to go. Thank you for joining us on the Varsity Media Sports Network for this presentation of Long Island High School lacrosse. We have a girls' game today between Island Trees and Roslyn here at Roslyn High School. I'm Gavin Shaw, here to bring you all the action. Island Trees 11-1 on the year. Impressive season so far. One of the better ones in school history under head coach Doug Krigo. And they take on a Roslyn team that's 7-3, led by former Division II All-American and national champion Lauren Lopez in her 6th season, leading the Bulldogs. Roslyn in the white and blue, Island Trees in the light red, and we are underway. Looking like Island Trees is going to win the draw control. It'll be Casey Papp in possession of the ball. Crossing to center, Papp extremely fast, an all-state caliber soccer player. She's a junior, but will most likely go Division I in that sport. And Papp is tailed by Ariana Matarengis. And this is an Island Trees team that likes to apply a lot of pressure, play really fast. It'll be free position here for Casey Papp. One-on-one with the netminder, Hannah Fine. Papp straight to goal, and an excellent save by Hannah Fine, a 4-year starter for Roslyn. Playing on her senior day, gets off to a good start. 0-0, no playoff implications for Island Trees. Their position is set. Roslyn could certainly use the win, especially given the fact that it's senior day and there's a revenge factor. These two teams played 10 days ago. It was a 12-5 Island Trees win. Really close game for a half. Similarly, poor weather to what we're seeing today, if not worse. And you'll see that a lot from Island Trees. Really, really aggressive on the ride. And they like to attack. But Roslyn, strong D on the closeout there. Both teams coming off impressive wins yesterday. 14-4 over Baldwin for Island Trees. Roslyn collecting a big dub in their own right. So this is what you'll see from both teams. Like to run, like to get out in transition. Island Trees' only loss on the year to New Hyde Park, 7-6. So on the attack now for Roslyn is Matarangis. Really good transition from her. And she'll center for Casey Ryan. Ryan, 31 points on the season, including 30 goals, just a freshman. Her and Gia Patain are the future of this Roslyn offense and the Roslyn team as a whole. Patain just an 8th grader. They're also led by Jolie Hurwitz. Hurwitz, number 23 in white, with the ball right now. One of the top 20 point scorers in all of Nassau County. She's 64 on the season, 30 goals, even more impressive, 34 assists. Gia Patain, just an 8th grader, but quite precocious, 25 points on the year, 20 goals, 5 assists. And she'll get free position here. She'll have to go against Catherine Erlinger, the senior goaltender for Island Trees. Patain working her way in. Unselfish passing to Matarangis. They recenter. Here's Hurwitz. Hunting for space is Casey, but Ryan unable to find it. Island Trees plays a zone defensively. Really, really hard to score by. One of the best defensive one of the best defensive teams in Conference 4. They're led by number 2 in red, Caroline Mayer. On their back line will typically either trail whoever gets around goal or will follow around the top player on the opposition. Kind of a box and one look where everyone else plays zone around her. So on the restart, it'll be Gia Patain. You'll see she's the only player on Roslyn who wears a helmet. Her father felt she wasn't being aggressive enough going for ground balls. But she's certainly talented as a shooter. What a goal there. Still in middle school and stepping up and getting the initial goal against the best team in Conference 4, Island Trees. So we'll get to see another look at that one. Patain going right. Shooting just inside that left pole. And Erlinger, who's really talented goaltender, one of the 2 players on the Island Trees team who plays travel lacrosse. Not able to get the stop that time, so 20 minutes left in half number 1. It's an early 1-0 lead for Island Trees. Wow, what a win there for Casey Ryan, at least initially. Now the ball still up for grabs with Matarangis. Good stick, and an even better look ahead. Oh, a big collision under the net. A lot of force generated there, and coming up kind of gimpy for Island Trees is Tressa McMahon. Or McMahon, excuse me. Really hope she's all right. Looks like he's grabbing her right ankle, perhaps. We'll take a quick break, let them tend to the injury, and come back right after. You're watching high school lacrosse on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Now is the time to showcase your skills for the next level. College recruiting videos help your athlete land a spot on the team and can save money on college tuition. Consider a professional video produced by Varsity Media. Our quality film and state-of-the-art editing will help your athlete stand out from the competition. We offer affordable rates and a quick turnaround. Contact Varsity Media today and book a college recruiting video. 516-403-2050 or online at varsitymedia.net.
No, I got you. All right, it's up now. Yep, both cameras are good. So, sorry about that. Right, yeah, no, we got it now. The scoreboard's up, we're good, so. Yep. All right, sorry about that. Okay. All right.
Oh, sorry. Back to action on the Varsity Media Sports Network. It's an early 1-0 lead for the Roslyn Bulldogs over the Island Trees Bulldogs. We'll try to avoid the nicknames to avoid any confusion since they have the same one. And it was an initial goal from the 8th grader Gia Patain. Again, a really bright future ahead of her. And you also take into account that Casey Ryan is just a freshman. Two of the best 3 players on Roslyn will still be underclassmen next year. A chance to add to the lead right here for Jolie Hurwitz again. An extremely unselfish player as a senior. Headed to the University of Texas next year where she will not play lacrosse, but looking to tack on a great final memory here with a win and a big shot. A dunk on net for Jolie Hurwitz. And it's 2-0 for Roslyn. This is a Roslyn team, as Doug Kriego, the head coach of Island Trees, noted to me in the pregame, that will be out for revenge. Felt like they should have been more competitive in the first matchup between these two teams, as we'll get a look at the replay of that last goal. Hurwitz, plenty of space and just jumped, went high, almost slam dunked that one into the cage. It was 5-4 at halftime of that game, but Roslyn head coach Lauren Lopez said, we could have actually been winning. We hit a lot of shots off the pole in the first half, and there were just a lot of missed opportunities. So now you're getting the first look at all the speed on this Island Trees roster. On the sprint up the field that time, it was Casey Papp again, the soccer star. Knifing into space here is Emily Carbonero, another great athlete. And the official blew that one dead due to an infraction. So Papp will have plenty of room to go to net here. Or excuse me, Carbonero. Carbonero, another one of the talented multi-sport athletes on this team, and she is denied. Hannah Fine getting the better of the matchup between star senior goaltenders. 2 big saves in the early going of this one. And Doug Kriego noted, we're not the most skilled team in the world, especially compared to the Conference 1, Conference 2 teams, but have so many multi-sport athletes. We're going to accept that we're going to put the ball on the ground, especially after missing all of last season and not getting a lot of time this offseason with COVID to work on skills development. That there are going to be a lot of issues on that front. And yet with our athleticism, if we drop it, we just got to go get it back. And we can really make something happen. So here you go. Casey Papp all alone. Trying to cut the lead in half. Pap staring down fine. They'll go on the whistle. And here we go. Pap, one step, shot deflected, and an easy save for fine. Good bit of defending there for Dina Nabavian for Roslyn. Trying to find spaces. Ryan on offense for Roslyn. It's the battle of the Caseys in this one. Battle of the Bulldogs. Oh, what a beautiful pass by Ryan. Giving Patain space. Beautiful pass to Hurwitz, who couldn't put it in. Hurwitz is knocked over. And she'll start with the ball at X. Excuse me, that's Glennon on the restart. Now here's Hurwitz. Resetting up top to Ryan. Ryan, zipped a pass inside. Tic-tac-toe passing, or at least attempted, as that one's broken up. Hurwitz making an effort to win it back on the ride. Cannot do it. Another Island Trees defender goes down. They're getting beaten up in the early going here, and this is an Island Trees team that has been borderline overworked in the early portion of the season. 23 straight days with either practice or a game, and Doug Kriego emphasized that with a lot of girls missing time due to COVID protocols, particularly 5 players that were coming from the volleyball team, there was an exposure to everyone on the team. And there's a rule in Long Island High School lacrosse. You have to get in 6 practices before you can play your first game. So they were doing anything possible to make up for lost time, get their full roster intact. Kriego said, we practiced, we'd incentivize them, we'd go to the bakery right after. Anything to get these girls ready, but he also emphasized that it's just such a great group, and they all really love being around each other, have played together for such a long time. And it's not a chore to practice and play that much. It's a joy, and it's particularly special as Roslyn forces a big turnover there, that they get this opportunity after going a full year bereft. So on the run here is Patain. Wow, look at her knife her way through the defense. Patain coast to coast. That would have been a heck of a goal. And able to run it out for Roslyn is Ryan. Patain, though, you can tell, heck of a talent. Coming off a monster game, 4 goals, 1 assist. Last time out for her against Elmont. So they'll recenter to Matarangis to run some offense. Patain trying to loft it in. Oh, and a bounce shot goes down for Ryan. So we've seen Roslyn's best 3, Hurwitz, Patain, and Ryan. Hurwitz, the present of the program. Patain and Ryan, the present and the future. All get involved, and let's take another look at how that one went down. Patain surveying, lob pass through the zone. And Ryan with that height, able to find some space and then hunt out that shot, going from high to low. Lower right quadrant of the net was open, and she absolutely found it. Ryan has the hardest shot of anyone on the team, according to Lauren Lopez, and you saw an example of it right there. So 3-0, Roslyn in the lead, 14:31 left in half, number 1 here, and you're watching on the Varsity Media Sports Network, perhaps an upset in the making. It was a big point of concern for Doug Kriego's squad. Would his team be fired up despite having playoff positioning secured? Still a question as we go to break on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Now is the time to showcase your skills for the next level. College recruiting videos help your athlete land a spot on the team and can save money on college tuition. Consider a professional video produced by Varsity Media. Our quality film and state-of-the-art editing will help your athlete stand out from the competition. We offer affordable rates and a quick turnaround. Contact Varsity Media today and book a college recruiting video. 403-2050 or online at varsitymedia.net.
So an early 3-0 lead for Roslyn over Island Trees, 14:31 to go in the first half. Again, I'm Gavin Shull here with you on the Varsity Media Sports Network. So far for Roslyn, it's been their 3 heavy hitters, each picking up a goal. First, it was Gia Patain, the 8th grader, her 26th on the season. Then Jolie Hurwitz, the star, moving up the ranks in Nassau County, came into this game top 20 in total points. She's up to 65 now on the season with that goal. And then right before the break, it was Casey Ryan picking up her 31st goal on the season. Ryan only has 1 assist on the year, big-time finisher, and you'd expect her passing to really round out heading into future seasons. Same with Patain, and a lot of it is that Hurwitz just plays such a signature role in this offense. It's almost heliocentric the way she takes care of everything. She directs everyone. Analogous to LeBron James or Chris Paul on the basketball court. Hurwitz, if you'll allow another cross-sport analogy, described by Lauren Lopez as the quarterback of their offense. Lopez, we mentioned it a little bit in the pregame, but a decorated prep career, Sachem High School, then an All-American, 2-time Division II national champion at Adelphi in 2004 and 2006, also made the Final Four in 2005. She started playing back in 7th grade, but a little late to start, but quickly developed into a star, coached with Danny Spallina at Rocky Point on the boys' side. And her career's only gone up from there, taking this Roslyn program to new heights. And now Ryan, against an unsettled defense, now it's settled, will pull it back out and get to work. Hurwitz going to operate from X. Staring her down is Julianne Fleischer. Hurwitz over the top. Nifty move inside by Schwartz-Zafel. And she'll get free position on the restart for her efforts. Schwartz-Zafel surrounded by a sea of red. They got to her quickly, and it led to an easy save for the senior netminder, Catherine Erlinger. All right, so sprinting back now is Pap. Pap, a whole lot of speed. Monster first step, just seems to glide by defenders with ease. Again, Pap, this is far from her first sport, but such a great athlete. Able to really stand out on the lacrosse field. Plays catch with Emma Roshnikit. Or Roshanikit, excuse me. Unable to find any type of space is Allison Veredizin. Number 12 in red. So on the restart, we'll bring it back with Sarah Kolarik, one of the best players on the volleyball team as well, coming off one of her best games on the season. Doug Kriego described Kolarik as a bit of a surprise this year in terms of how skilled she was, despite not being anything close to a full-time lacrosse player. Has a whole lot of moves. You see it there with the nifty little dodge. Kolarik, another one, but this Roslyn zone is really held firm. You can tell Lauren Lopez made some significant adjustments from the first time these two teams matched up, and an illegal move with the stick that time from Roshanikit. Oh, no, now they'll say she has the ball, so maybe just a misunderstanding there. Roshanikit getting ready to work. Just under 12 minutes to go in the first half. And the official will blow it dead once again. So here we go. Tons of room for Roshanikis. Looked like a shooting space violation there. Roshanikis. Bouncer. Oh, and another big stop for Hannah Fine. Her fourth save, I believe, in the early going of this one. Able to find Hurwitz. Hurwitz harassed up the field by Caroline Mayer. That's an example of good on good, best offensive player for Roslyn against the best defensive player for Island Trees. And it looks like a timeout taken. We'll take one with them on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Score has not changed. It's Roslyn 3, Island Trees with 0. Again, you're watching on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Are you settling for a boring live stream? Can't see the players' uniforms? No audio? Camera not following the action? Consider a live stream broadcast with Varsity Media. Our announcers help tell the story of your game.
Goes McCarthy. He's got. He's in. Touchdown, Farmingdale.
We feature multiple camera angles, guaranteed to capture all the action.
Touchdown, Oceanside.
Plus added features like graphics, instant replay.
Yeah, the shooters are going to shoot here at Bethpage. And one of many threes on the day.
Interviews, and more. It's your time to shine. And with Varsity Media, now you can. Contact us today and book a live stream broadcast with Varsity Media. Online at varsitymedia.net or by phone 516-403-2050.
Back to action on the Varsity Media Sports Network. And it'll be Roslyn ball as we return, perhaps an upset in the making. The Bulldogs 8-3 on the year. And they've been playing some of their best lacrosse of late. Head coach Lauren Lopez noting that they've essentially beaten all the teams they should. They've lost close games to teams they feel that they were capable of beating. One of them being 10 days ago to the same Island Trees squad. And they feel as if they can rectify that right now, proving it so far. So here's Hurwitz directing traffic. Will lob inside. Contested catch, a turn, and fire just wide of the right pole off the shot from Matarengis. Roslyn places a massive emphasis on possession, and it's all the more crucial against this Island Trees team that loves to force turnovers, really get out on the run, and create havoc. So a lob inside, good set play. Ooh, that one nearly trickled in from Matarengis. Instead, it was deflected nicely by Erlinger. Roslyn still on it. We'll try to center again. This one knocked out. Who's going to win the race to the ground ball? It's Roslyn and Ava Schwartzdefel. Now going to work is Jessie Gatto, number 3 in white. Circling is Hurwitz. Hurwitz readjusting the goggles. Hurwitz, lob pass inside. Oh, what a big-time save that time, and it will lead to transition the other way. Erlinger, amazing stick work, and sprinting ahead with it is Roshanikis. Roshanikis was tripped up for a sec. A transition infraction there. Roshanikis looked to attack an unsettled defense. Roshanikis nearly dodging her way through 3 white jerseys and an illegal check. Will return the ball to her cradle. Roshanikis in a square of white jerseys, hunting for space as the zone settles in around her. Island Trees, they haven't generated quite as many slides as you would typically see from them. Again, usually so dynamic on offense coming off a 14-goal game. Have gotten as many as 20, if memory serves, in a game this season. So looking for space here is Jablanowski. Incredible we haven't said her name more. Lauren Jablanowski, 14 in red. One of the leading goal scorers on the entire island. She's been quiet so far. Lauren Lopez mentioned that stopping her would be the emphasis of their game plan, but she's trying to work her way into room here. 79 points on the season for Jablanowski. 62 goals, 17 assists. Continuing to see speed for Pat, but Roslyn so fundamentally sound defensively. Oh, what a play, Roshana Kit, puncturing a hole in the previously impenetrable Roslyn D. Roshana Kit weaved her way through 2, maybe 3 defenders there. That's what you're looking for if you're Doug Kriego, that bit of individual offensive brilliance. Find some space in the defense and put it in. So with 7:25 left in the first, it's a 3-1 lead for Roslyn over Island Trees. Shanakin will look to continue the momentum in the draw control circle. Roshanakit knocked it up. Casey Papp, good stick work to run it down and scoop it. A look ahead, Jablanowski in space. Will fire one on net. Maybe a bit of a frustration shot from Jablanowski as she hasn't been able to find much room. She's been tailed all game by Hannah Garmisi, the top defender for the Roslyn Bulldogs. Who's done a fabulous job in that matchup. So pass forced in. Jablanowski nearly scooped it up. Now she'll grab it. Jablanowski heading to Merchant Marine next year. And Doug Kriego saying she's a perfect candidate for the Armed Forces with how disciplined she is. And just an extremely tough player, one of the toughest to ever come through this program. And Kriego, he had a great quote when we were talking, saying, you know, I have 2 lacrosse players, but I have a whole lot of athletes, and Jablanowski was one of those 2 who plays year-round along with the goaltender Hannah Fine. Oh, and a great look inside. Trying to make the most of it, Natalie Garcia. And that one finds its way in. Garcia on the goal. And just like that, it's 3-2. The comeback is on for Island Trees. Let's take a look at that one more time. Inside to Garcia. Garcia dodging. Oh, she actually lost it. And then Jablanowski on the jump shot put it in. So, Jablanowski on the goal, her first of the game. Her 63rd on the season and her 80th point on the year. So what a statistical benchmark for Jablanowski to hit as a senior. Remember, the last time before this season we saw her play was as a sophomore. And she came back this senior year as a completely different level of player. Coach Kriego stating that he really didn't think she was going to be anything special as a lacrosse player her freshman year. Didn't necessarily have quick feet. Wasn't exceptionally fast in terms of her full length of the field speed. And yet with her strength, her tenaciousness, her lacrosse IQ, her shot, she's turned herself into one of the best players in Nassau County, certainly in Conference 4. Excellent bit of defending there to deny Papp. Papp, little shuffle pass. Roshanikit looking for her second goal, but that one will bounce wide. Maybe she would tell you that was a pass. So here we go with Papp. Has that great foot speed, that great dodging ability. And full name is Roshanikit, but coaching staff just calls her Emma Roach. Roach on the season, 35 points, 30 goals, 5 assists, in possession of the ball as we speak. Trying to tie this one up as 3 as we're inside the final 5 minutes of this first half. Roach spinning center. Pumping, losing the ball. Kolarik chased down, and she'll get it on the restart. Kolarik is dangerous in these situations. There's a nice arsenal of one-on-one moves to beat a single defender. You got to give this Roslyn defense so much credit, though. They've been in position, and they've been really sound, not biting on any fakes, sliding their feet. Have been sliding into help position when necessary. And we're seeing a more patient Island Trees attack than we maybe saw early in this game when they were trying to force the issue. By nature, they're a really up-tempo group, but Doug Kriego slowing down the pace a little bit with the lack of success that they found. Roshanikit dispossessed, but on an illicit check. So she'll have a one-on-one with the goalie, Hannah Fine. Roshanikit looking for her second goal. And on the bouncer, she'll score. And we're all tied up at 3, just like that. Emma Roach. A beauty of a finish to beat Hannah Fine. We'll take another look. Charging in late to try and affect it was Garmisi, but not able to get there quite in time. Roach, a rare 4-sport athlete. Excuse me, my mistake on the coach's name for Island Trees. It's Doug Rigo. And Roach, as we noted, the rare 4-sport athlete at any level of high school, plays golf, soccer, basketball, and, of course, lacrosse. As that one will dribble out of play. And snaring the ground ball that time was Matarangas. She's been all over the field, really playing a great game at the midi spot. So Roslyn hasn't had significant possession of the ball in about 5 or 6 minutes now. Hurwitz probably like to hold this till near the end of the half unless they get a great opportunity, which they do right there. An answer for Roslyn. Casey Ryan, as these two teams go back and forth. You can tell Roslyn desperately wants this one, the revenge factor from the loss 10 days ago, and sending these seniors off right. And what a shot from Ryan to try and do just that. And you give Hurwitz all the credit in the world, too. A little spin dodge, and doesn't get much easier than that for Ryan, who, as we noted, is primarily a finisher in this attack, but future seasons you'll likely see her develop as a passer as well. But for now, 2 goals in this game up to 32 on the season and a total of 33 points on the year. As Roslyn fights hard to win possession, they won't get it here. Clock ticking down, under 145 now. Beautiful dodge from Roach. Roach working into free space. Setting up from X is Carbonaro. Or Carbonaro, excuse me. Oh, and an awesome check that time to win possession by Jenna Pasensky. And it could give Roslyn, if they're able to hold on to the ball and beat the ride here, the final possession of half number 1. Hurwitz taking her time at X, as Roslyn doesn't want to risk giving this dangerous Island Trees attack one more chance to tie this one up. The first time these two teams met, it was 5-4 at the half in favor of Island Trees. Roslyn the same goal total, but playing a little bit better defense this time around. Hurwitz under 30 seconds now, trying to speed things up. Pantane, great catch, but deflected off the foot of Erlinger. You love the tight space passing for this Roslyn offense, seemingly with no room, and Hurwitz and Pantane in particular are just savants at finding those little creases and puncturing the defense. Hurwitz with 10 on the clock, charges on in, a dodge and a shot and a goal! Jolie Hurwitz, her second on the game with 6 seconds left in the half, adds to the lead for the Roslyn Bulldogs. Hurwitz now up to 67 points on the year. And in a matchup of two of the best in Conference 4, she's gotten the better of Lauren Jablanowski so far. Roach going to try and win this draw control, get something real quick in transition for Island Trees. That one lofted high, taken by McMahon. And the clock will expire, so just like that, a 5-3 lead for Roslyn at the half. Island Trees has been a second half team all year long, wearing the opposition down with their athletic ability, their speed, their tenacity. We'll see if they can do it again after a break for halftime. It's 5-3. Roslyn leads it on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Back to action on the Varsity Media Sports Network, half number 2. About to get underway. Again, I'm Gavin Shull here with you, and it's, more importantly, a 5-3 lead for Roslyn over Island Trees, at least for a half, an inverse of their first matchup 10 days ago, I'm getting my dates wrong. It's all blending together at this point, May 28th. Island Trees led that one 5-4 at the break. Went on to win the game 12-5, so a dominant second half. It's been a feature of Doug Rigo's team this entire season where they'll just overwhelm the opposition in half number 2 with their combination of speed and athleticism, and it's something that's baked into the roster with all these girls playing multiple sports. And you can make an argument that part of the key to their success this year is that everyone got off to such a late start in terms of lacrosse practice. I mean, it's just talking to like the Roslyn coaching staff, the Island Trees coaching staff. It was maybe a week or two before the season. On the boys' side, it was very similar. But Island Trees had this great advantage relative to a lot of Conference 4, and that they just had so many multi-sport athletes on the roster. And that's how Doug Rigo decided to build this team and to make the identity of this program. And it really benefited them because even if they weren't quite as sharp as he would have liked them to have been from a skills perspective, on the conditioning front, they were exceptional, and they were way ahead of the curve. And that gave them a big advantage to start this season, and it's really carried them through and has certainly shined through in the second half of all these games. So here we go again, Pap showing off that conditioning right here, a whole lot of speed. Roslyn, though, you figure they'll have that little extra burst again, given the loss in the first matchup. And the fact that it's their senior day makes it a little extra special. So here we go. Jablanowski unable to put it away there. Excuse me, that was Pap. Pap, the soccer star. Most likely a Division I future in that sport, but she's also talented in lacrosse. And excuse me, that time it was Allison Veretazan putting it home and getting Island Trees within 1. Veretazan also one of the best on the Island Trees basketball team, played a pivotal role in their last full season back in 2019 when that team, if memory serves, started 18-0. She's just a sophomore, but a key piece. And now is doing great work as a senior in this lacrosse team. Here's Pap. Oh, she just lost it, but you see that great explosion from Pap, just as a different gear than essentially everyone else on the field. What an interception there by Jablanowski, going 1-on-4, and Fine says, not today. Using that big stick to go and grab it. We'll try to set up an unsettled attack for Hurwitz. Hurwitz down right alley. Harassed up the field by Maddie McCormick. Hurwitz. A dominant first half. Look at that spin dodge. Tried a little Euro step past another defender. And attempted to win it back on the ride, but instead coming back with it is Kolarik. Kolarik, a great athlete, and she'll go to work from X. Roslyn held tough that whole first half, but will there be some leakage in the second? Kolarik, and Fine says, at least not right now. Fine has had a heck of a game. That might have been her 7th save. So here we go, Hurwitz. Gorgeous move to cut back middle. Hurwitz not the tallest player, but her height seemingly plays to her advantage, as she was illegally checked there on the cradle. She'll center for Ryan. as they play catch. Her with so much patience as a playmaker. Extremely smart as well, heading to the University of Texas next year. Try to lob one in front of net, and it'll be picked. Charging back with it is Mayer. Mayer, a fabulous defender, but dispossessed there. Running around with it is Isabella Schiff. And Hurwitz will get another chance. Got that big goal in the closing seconds of half number 1. 6 on the clock. Ripped one to the back of the net, and that's the difference in this matchup right now. Hurwitz, a precocious passer, but it's her sense of timing that really makes her a star. When to go, when to stop. And the intellect to know when to wait. Trying to one-time that one was Ryan, but lost it on the way over. And perhaps a shooting space violation there. We'll see where she starts back up. And on the whistle, she'll set it up to Schiff. Official says that one wasn't good enough. Run it back. Again, a 1-goal game. 20.5 minutes to go on a gray night in Roslyn, New York, Nassau County. Conference for lacrosse. And a transition opportunity here. Emma Roach trying to win the ball. She does with a smooth pickup. Roach, coast to coast, will fire and score. What a brilliant play from Emma Roach. Wow, a heck of a run. And that play epitomized what makes this entire Island Trees roster so deadly. The athleticism, the precision, the coordination, and just the gutsiness to go down, get that ball, not slow her momentum. Probably had an extra pass there, but instead took it herself and beat Hannah Fine, who's had a heck of a game in net on the shot. And another draw control win. Jablanowski go to work. Again, well over 60 goals on the season. Maybe not well over, 63. Just one on the game so far. Had, for her at least, somewhat of a slow game against Elmont with only 3 goals. Or, excuse me, against Baldwin. So this is a prime opportunity to add to her ledger. Veretazan, now Roach. Roach spinning. She keeps the ball so high as she's dodging. Makes it a real challenge for the Bulldogs defense to dispossess her. Trying to manipulate that zone is Pap. A lot of patience and caloric. And it's the first lead of the day for Island Trees. The Bulldogs have been a second half team all year, and Roslyn getting their second taste of that fact on the season. Caloric using her height and her volleyball background, keeping that ball high. Used to making athletic plays in the air. Pulled off another one there, and it's 6-5 Island Trees. A 3-0 burst to open this second half. As Island Trees looks to wrap up their regular season 12-1. Both these teams have to be exhausted. They played last night. Both of their coaches have been trying to stuff their schedule full of practices, as it was only a week or two before the season, depending on the program, that they actually got to really start up. Only met a handful of times in the fall and winter, with COVID protocols at both schools being extremely strict. And now 13 games into the season for Island Trees, 11 into the season, or I guess 12 now into the season for Roslyn. We're finally seeing these two groups operate at full strength, and it's a glorious sight. Two of the best teams in Conference 4 going at it. Veredizan on the run. Already has a goal. Nice look ahead there. Jablanowski, or rather Carbonaro, hunting for room. A duck in. It's Pap. Pap, oh, if she had caught it, would have had a great shot on fine. Kolarik, who's had lower back issues all season long, goes down. Looked to initially grab that lower back area, gets up, seems to be all right. Gonna throw the goggles back on. And an excellent effort on the clear for Jenna Pasetsky. Set Roslyn up with the ball in good position. Good scoop and recovery there from Isabella Schiff. Worth noting, we haven't seen a lot of Gia Patani, in this second half or late in the first. She got off to a great start. Highland Trees perhaps paying more attention her way since that awesome start. She cuts in and out of the crease there. As the official stops things for the moment to score reset, 6-5 Island Trees, as the clock begins to tick again. A lot of pressure on this Roslyn team to have a better second half, and that'll help. Big time finish there from who else? Casey Ryan, who on the goal earns a hat trick for the game. And we'll get a look at it on the replay. A lob pass inside. Ryan with that size turns and fires. An awesome find there from, I believe, Katie Glennon, the sophomore midi. So Ryan with that up to 34 points, 33 of them goals on the season. The leader in that particular category for this Roslyn team. Gets her offense in transition or those little dump-off passes posting up around the cage. Here we go with Pap. Turning on the Jets, Pap! Oh, man, you thought that was going to be a one-girl fast break for a second. Pap will get a chance to finish it off fine. Has been nails in these one-on-one situations, really holding her own. But Pap trying to get a win here. Will go on the whistle. Pap to the cage. A pump fake and then lobbed it high over the net. Well positioned to earn a second chance for Island Trees was Carbonaro. Carbonaro parallel to the cage. Circling is Jablanowski. She's been hounded all day. Ducks inside. And an infraction will give her a whole lot of room. Jablanowski, the best finisher on this Island Trees team, one of the best in all of Nassau County. Oh, and had it deflected. What defense from Ryan to get a stick on it. Island Trees, two primetime opportunities to extend their lead, and thanks to some great closing speed from these Roslyn defenders, unable to do it, at least so far, still in possession. Kolarik cuts across the face of the cage, but didn't get it. Pap calculating her next move. Little face dodge, then a lob. That one blown dead before Garcia could shoot for Island Trees. But now Garcia will go to work. So third try with free position. Garcia, can she pay it off? Nope. Fine caught it. So 3 golden opportunities for Island Trees, unable to pay them off. Hurwitz running hard to try and grab it and, well, at the very least, maintain possession. Julie Hurwitz, so important to this Roslyn clear. Feels like she's involved every single time. Here we go with Gatto, right down the middle. Gatto dispossessed. Jablanowski, the physicality. Coach Rigo noted she'll make plays all over the field, not limited to just attack. A face dodge there. Jablanowski harassed by 3 different defenders, but Roach there having her back, snagging the loose ball. All tied up at 6. Roach trying to change that. Veretta's in. Had it knocked out of her stick. Second half going quite a bit slower than the first. A lot of stoppages on both sides as these two teams pick up the defensive intensity. Both coaching staffs demanding nothing easy in this pivotal game for both sides. Verettazan trying to pick up her second goal. Through a sea of white, she'll get it. Island Trees failed to convert on 3 straight free position opportunities, but Allison Verettazan pays off a 4th. With her second goal of the game, we'll get another look at it. Verettazan making great use of her height. A quick start, a high shot. And that's been the way to beat Fine this entire game. She's been great when the opposition is shooting from either far away or goes low. But not the tallest goaltender, and on those high shots over her head, Island Trees may be something they noticed in that first game or just watching video of Roslyn throughout the season they've picked up on. So a 7-6 lead for Island Trees over Roslyn and a big draw control win for Matarangis. Matarangis looked like she was going to go coast to coast, but peeled off. That one skidding along the carpet. Oh, what hustle to win it by Katie Glennon. Oh, no, they're going to say Island Trees ball. Interesting. Verettazan. Or, excuse me, it's Pap. Pap is logging miles in this game. Clearing time after time. Her and Hurwitz mirror images of each other on these two teams in that respect. Turn towards net. Roach with some space will dodge and shoot and score. What a move from Emma Roach, who has had a heck of a game. Her 3rd goal and a timeout. We'll take a look at the replay before we go to break. On the run-in was Carbonero, and then just a gorgeous move from Roach, who brings all this speed to the table. A great little dodge. And it's 8-6 Island Trees. You're watching Long Island High School Lacrosse on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Now is the time to showcase your skills for the next level. College recruiting videos help your athlete land a spot on the team and can save money on college tuition. Consider a professional video produced by Varsity Media. Our quality film and state-of-the-art editing will help your athlete stand out from the competition. We offer affordable rates and a quick turnaround. Contact Varsity Media today and book a college recruiting video. 516 403-2050 or online at varsitymedia.net.
Back to action, taking a look at Doug Rigo leading that Island Trees huddle. Rigo, long history at Island Trees High School, but not a long-time coach of the girls' team. He took over initially as an assistant coach on the boys' team all the way back in 1989, 32 years ago for the math deficient. Then got the head job right around 1994. Held that mantle again with the boys' team for 26 seasons. The oldest of his 5 kids started playing in high school, and he decided, you know what, I don't want to miss out on getting to watch my son play. So he ended up quitting the job and took some time off, came back a couple of years later. His youngest 2 twins were playing travel ball. He said, you know what, I can coach them. I can watch my youngest son. And I probably have some time to be an assistant coach as well. But then when Justine Murtaugh stepped down as head coach before the 2020 season, said, you know what, I got the itch again. I want to come back. I want to be a head coach. Had the opportunity, and it lasted in his first season for about 6 days before COVID ultimately ended the season. And so this is his first full year, and it has gone spectacularly. Island Trees 11-1 on the year. Looking to make it 12-1 right now. A lob in front of net. Oh, man, what a duck-in from Veretazan. If she had been able to corral that on the run, probably would have notched a goal and added to this 2-goal advantage. It was extremely rainy throughout the afternoon, but now the sky clearing, a gorgeous rainbow. You can see the sun on the trees. Just a beautiful twilight hour here at Roslyn High School. Might be tough to grab it on camera, but you'll have to take my word for it. It's here. An 8-6 lead with under 11 minutes to go. Roslyn looking to get back into this one. It's been a 5-1 advantage in the second half. There you go. Not quite a double rainbow, but we'll take the one. As Island Trees works the clear. Speed up the field from Veretazan. She's been key in this one, looking ahead. Excuse me, it was Emma Feitz who was running that up. She was actually looking to pass it to Veretazan. So Roslyn comes back with it. Isabella Schiff. Schiff circling around the cage. Will center. Ooh, nearly a shot there for Rhine, but great positioning on the back end of that zone from Caroline Mayer and company. Matarengas playing catch with Rhine. Ryan looking for a 4th goal. Here's Patain. Hasn't gotten a lot of catches in the second half, but she's a whole lot of speed. Really dangerous. Probably a shooting space violation. Oh, well, there we go. We got a double rainbow. We'll keep it right on the field, though. Could not be a much more idyllic setting for lacrosse. And could not be a much more idyllic opportunity for Casey Rhine to get goal number 4 here. No, instead they'll say Island Trees ball, so it'll be Roach in possession. Will throw it over to Erlinger for the clear. Fights going the length of the field. Or Veretazan, excuse me. Pap working from the center of the attack. Drop it into Garcia. Seeing some patience on offense from Island Trees. A 2-goal lead. No need to press. They're just going to run their offense. Try and make something happen. Again, Doug Rigo trying to cap off his first season as head coach with only one loss. Oh, and a bad mistake there for Roslyn. Hannah Fine. It looked like a pass that was missed, and then the ball was loose, and as Fine tried to scoop it up, accidentally knocked it into her own net. And just like that, a 9-6 lead for Island Trees. Let's take a look at the replay and see exactly what happened there. So it was lobbed in by Pap, deflected off the stick of Jessie Gatto, a freshman. And a heartbreaking mistake for Roslyn, as they know just how tough it is to come back against this Island Trees team. And it's just so fascinating to see this phenomena play out in person. Rigo emphasized that you could see in their box scores all year. Island Trees just a much better second-half team than a first-half team. And Rigo saying and emphasizing that this is not an insult to his girls, but said we're not the most skilled bunch in the world, but we're winning games because our conditioning is so good, our athleticism is so good. And it's the commitment of these girls who play 3, in the case of Roach, 4 sports year-round, and are just constantly in great shape. And a big part of it is the friendship, especially amongst this group of seniors. And it's this idea of not wanting to get left out and saying, oh, you're playing lacrosse, I'm also going to play lacrosse. And even if it's not the number one sport for a lot of these girls, and for a bunch of them it isn't, they're going to go play in college doing something else. Or maybe we'll just be students at the next level, and yet because a couple of the girls, Jablanowski, Roach, were really, really passionate about. They all decided to play and stick together for all 4 years. And Farigo, who's been an assistant coach on the team since they were freshmen, it's really special to see it all come together, as there's an awesome save from Hannah Fine, stopping that shot from Kolarik in its tracks. But Island Trees wins it back on the ride. Pap circling back out. Now throwing it in. And Fine, another big stop. Roslyn really needs to get to work here with just 6.5 minutes on the clock. And a 3-goal deficit to make up. Roslyn just 1 goal in half number 2. A lot of physicality from Jablanowski. And Jablanowski's had a quiet game, but we only hope we could do her season justice on the broadcast again. Up to 80 points with the goal she got earlier in this one. Doug Rigo says she's like having another coach on the field, gets the offense going, saves goals defensively, gets everyone in the right spots. Very similar to Hurwitz. Oh, that was a prime opportunity for Ryan, and just had it deflected by Erlinger. This Island Trees defense, that zone has been so impenetrable in the second half, and those passes that were available for Roslyn early, those little duck-ins to the front of the cage, just not quite available in this second half. And even as the second quarter went on, you could tell it was getting tougher and tougher. So Rigo take a timeout, look to talk to his team. We'll take a break with him on the Varsity Media Sports Network. 5:18 to go, 9-3, and a look at the double rainbow. There we go. That's what you want on the Varsity Media Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Now is the time to showcase your skills for the next level. College recruiting videos help your athlete land a spot on the team and can save money on college tuition. Consider a professional video produced by Varsity Media. Our quality film and state-of-the-art editing will help your athlete stand out from the competition. We offer affordable rates and a quick turnaround. Contact Varsity Media today and book a college recruiting video. 516-403-2050 or online at varsitymedia.net.
Thanks for joining us back at Roslyn High School. A 9-6 lead for Island Trees, but it's worth noting, even if Roslyn, and there's still some time with 5:18 left on the clock for them to make a comeback, even if they can't pull it out on this senior day, it's worth talking about just how special the season was for this group. Lauren Lopez remembers going back to last March, and she sent her team home at the onset of the coronavirus pandemic, and she said, "I'll see you guys in 2 weeks." And her assistant coach sort of laughed at her and said, "You're not going to see them in 2 weeks. This is going to go on for quite a while." She had a senior day at each of her previous seniors, or rather 2020 seniors' houses. And she noted, it's little acts like that that help build the program up, showing the players that they care about them, not just as athletes, but as individuals. And it's a mentality that shined through this year with how close this team is on game days, on wins, on losses, on off days. They're always going to the local diner together. They're hanging out. Very similar to what you see with Island Trees, where it's just an extremely close group of girls. And despite the fact that for opening day, 8 of their 12 starters had never played varsity lacrosse before, it's been an amazing season for the Roslyn Bulldogs, going 8-3, notching some big-time wins in the course, and just another step in the right direction for Lauren Lopez, the former All-American player at Adelphi, young in her coaching career, and really has this Roslyn program heading the right way. Trying to knife her way in was Papp, and it's interesting talking about Casey Papp. Statistically, hasn't done much in this one, but you can see every single time she has the ball, with her speed, her shiftiness, how much attention she draws. And you just get the feeling it has a cascading effect, opening up the entire rest of the field for her teammates and causing slides that otherwise wouldn't happen. And it's often used as a basketball term, but her gravity and the amount of attention defenses have to pay her way clearly makes a big difference for this Island Trees team. Someone who only has 16 points on the year, but has missed some time due to travel soccer. Probably would have an even bigger season if not for her talent on the pitch. Roach. Chance to notch goal number 4, a collision. Falling down for Roslyn was Matarengus, who's had an excellent game in her own right. And starting up with it will be Roach with the 8th grader Petain in front of her. And again, Petain, an 8th grader, Ryan, a freshman. The future so bright for this Roslyn group. Roach put that one in front of the face of Hannah Fine. And don't let the 9 goals fool you. Hannah Fine, just a spectacular game in net. Absolutely integral to Roslyn having the lead at the half and giving the Bulldogs a chance, even at in the late stages of this one, to come back. If she was even slightly less dominant in this one, it would be a big lead for Island Trees. So pressure's on for the Bulldogs as that one sneaks through. Island Trees, it's probably that athletic ability. They've been a little bit better to the ball, but here's Pantana Blur. Fastest player on this Roslyn team, dodging through the whole defense. Couldn't put it home. But what a run for Gia Pantana, and you can get excited about what's going to happen for Roslyn in years to come as Petain continues to get better and better. Oh, and trying to just force one in there was Matarangas, but a lot of red around her. Desperation time for Roslyn. Do they have one final run in them, down by 3 goals? Hurwitz, final home game of her career. Heading to the University of Texas in Austin next season. Not going to be playing on the team there, but perhaps we'll play some club. And again, if this is her final game, what a run for her. 2 goals and an assist on the day. 67 points on the season, 32 goals, 35 assists on the year. As she goes to work here, trying to lob it in. Roach deflected it. Roach runs it down. She's been a dominant force all game long. Island Trees can just play keep away at this point. Up by 3, 90 seconds on the clock. Roach carrying. Loses it for a sec, but so good on those recoveries. Such an emphasis for Doug Rigo, saying, you know what, we're not the most skilled team. We're going to lose the ball at different points. We just have to win it back. Checking off, getting a big round of applause is Jolie Hurwitz. Again, in her final home game, nothing to hang her head about. 2 goals, an assist in this one. Had perhaps the moment of this game, that big-time goal with 6 seconds left in half number 1 to give Roslyn, at that point, a 5-3 lead. And just a spectacular career for her. Has been the heart and soul of this program for the last 4 years. Tic-tac-toe passing, trying to tack on one more, and Veretazan does just that. A 10th goal, and Island Trees probably locking this one up with that goal. A 10-6 advantage, 48 seconds on the clock. Let's take a look. Little lob pass for Veretazan. Cross her body. Just fitting it inside that left pole. So for Island Trees, their playoff fate already set. Roslyn presumably advancing to postseason lacrosse as well. And it'll be an opportunity for the likes of Ryan and Patain to experience that stage. Hurwitz will get an amazing send-off. And Island Trees a chance to went out with an excellent group of seniors. Doug Rigo saying, you know, this was sort of the peak year for them. Last year could have been with another great group of upperclassmen, but after COVID wrecked the season, chance to send off the likes of Jablanowski and a lot of other talent in that senior class for Island Trees. And you expect Jablanowski going to make an impact in that final game. And you give Roslyn all the credit in the world for defending her throughout this one. Final 6 seconds. Roslyn trying to tag on one more for cosmetic purposes. A shot on goal. One last one. A clean save there for Erlinger, and that's it. A 10-6 win for Island Trees over Roslyn. And Island Trees finishes off a spectacular regular season 12-1. And Roslyn, just like their senior leader, Jolie Hurwitz, nothing to hang their heads at. Spectacular effort in this one, a spectacular season for them overall, and a lot of excitement for the future of this program between Casey Ryan and Gia Patain. So with that, we will wrap things up here at Roslyn High School. A 10-6 win once again for Island Trees over the Bulldogs of Roslyn. I'm Gavin Shaw signing off on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Now is the time to showcase your skills for the next level. College recruiting videos help your athlete land a spot on the team and can save money on college tuition. Consider a professional video produced by Varsity Media. Our quality film and state-of-the-art editing will help your athlete stand out from the competition. We offer affordable rates and a quick turnaround. Contact Varsity Media today and book a college recruiting video. 516-403-2050 or online at varsitymedia.net.